Welcome back to the Trail Candy coverage of the 2024 Texas A&M Series finale, hosted at Sprinkle Valley in Austin, Texas. We have Team Goose Promotions, the team that threw this tournament here. My name is Jacob Goose Geesin. I'm here with Jace, Whitehead, and Trevor Williamson.
What's up, guys?
This event couldn't have been possible without all of the awesome sponsors that you see on the screen right now. Loot Bags, Another Round Disc Golf Austin, Mint Discs, and Austin Beerworks. Thank you guys so much for hosting us all weekend at your facility.
Yeah, it was a great time, and if you're in Austin and get a chance, you should come out to Sprinkle. It's a staple here.
It really is the best new course in town.
We're gonna check in on the leaderboard here after 9 holes. Kevin, he's even through front 9, having a 1-stroke lead over Michael Henry from the chase card and John McClellan.
Henry just crushing it to the front 9. All right, this is hole 10, par 3. This one is downhill almost the entire way. If your disc is just a little bit too low out of the hand, you'll end up in one of these ditches that the drone is about to fly over. A lot of times you're going to see a putter mid-range shot, a lot of forehands that'll just flip up and kind of hold a straight flight, or some backhands that are going to land softly right in front of the basket. If you end up long, you'll end up going into all these trees behind you with some small gaps to look at this raised basket.
Yeah, some strategic trees on the backside. Because it is downhill, you find yourself down there a lot, so it makes it tough sometimes. You could throw a putter and still be long.
So Kevin's doing exactly that. That's a great shot.
Yep, right on the edge of the circle. He'll have a little tree to contend with, but I'm sure he's happy.
Was that a berg?
It looked like a berg, Jacob.
Oh, a berg.
It was like 2 feet from going in.
John throwing something a little bit faster here. Real aggressive skip on the right.
Yeah, let's see if he's got some magic over there. See what Kaufman can do here.
So he was a little low as well. Huge skip though.
There's that Phoenix again.
Yeah, that's a great shot, all things considered.
Yeah, he might have that tree in his way on his putt, but he's got to look. Okay.
Yeah, Michael just missing a little bit, didn't commit to it.
He'll be hanging out over there next to John.
Edge of the circle right on the path to hole 2.
There's John.
Oh, great bid. That's 2 off the top right there for him this round.
See if Michael can keep up with Kevin here. Oh, man.
Ooh, we've seen Michael make some putts from that distance already.
This putt looks nice. Nonchalant, like you were saying, man.
Yeah.
His miss today has been on the right. Great putt from Kevin.
Yeah, that's a beautiful putt. Kevin likes the little jumpers. There's that smile. He's feeling confident again, folks.
Adding another stroke to his lead.
A little low from Kaufman.
Not committed.
Yeah, we'll hope he figures that one out coming up on the next hole.
That's one you want back.
Yeah, he's still very much in it, Jacob, you know.
Yeah.
Just get some confidence going and get on a little run.
4 strokes is nothing out here. You can get kicked into the woods on 1 hole and lose 2 almost instantly. This is another hole that can happen on pretty quickly. Hole 11, par 4. This one shapes a lot like hole 2, where you're going to throw either a flip-up forehand that's going to finish to the right, or an overstable forehand, or a backhand with an understable mid-range or fairway driver. You want your disc to be turning right almost the entire time, and you want your disc to land right up here in the fairway. You have a couple of options coming to the basket. So a lot of people like to throw over to the right over those railroad ties that are out of bounds and have it skip to the left. Or you can actually battle with this tunnel right here and throw it straight down the middle.
Yeah, the tunnel is not really what you want to do. I mean, if you're confident in it, I would say take it, but
Sometimes you don't have an option.
yeah,
Right.
sometimes you don't. And it's tight. It's tighter than it looks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how these guys attack this one.
You guys think there's going to be a lot of forehands?
A lot of forehands off the tee.
I mean, you got to be a specialist to hit the backhand off this tee. It's just one of those just smooth flip-ups. And
It's a great shot right there.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin will have an option to go either way from there.
that's looking great out of John's hand.
Yeah, that's a great looking forehand. Oh, it's just pushing too straight.
That's kind of the miss here at Sprinkle Valley, is just pushing a disc a little bit too straight.
Yeah, and we'll see what he has from there. It's possible, but you make it hard on yourself over there.
This is a great shot, but a bad reaction off the ground.
Can you guess what disc it was?
Is that Phoenix? Shocker.
Hey, if it's
This
not
is the-
broke, don't fix it, you know?
This is the same DD3 from hole 2. A little bit to the left side.
You know, and that is a common theme out here. You really find yourself leaning on the same distance driver
Yeah.
a lot of the round.
Yeah, and I like the DD3 there because you don't want to hit that corner. You want to push it long, so you want to give yourself something that's going to glide.
That's a good second shot from Michael, considering where he started off from.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
That's ideal from there.
That's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, from where he was at.
Here's Kevin forced to throw down that tunnel like you said, Trevor. And that's beautiful.
This man is crushing it.
Roller.
This is a thumber.
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 Stand corrected.
Thumber over the top, trying to track it the best I can.
That's
Wow.
a good shot.
Yeah, right there on the green.
It's a cheat code if you've got it.
Yeah, you love seeing somebody on the cart throw thumbers and rollers. Keep it interesting.
You know, Kaufman definitely has an interesting game. He definitely has that. He throws so far with a forehand or overhand grip.
Ooh. Another good bid from John. He's feeling good.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him hit those. It's a better bid from Kaufman.
Second one that's low.
Just undercommitted.
Didn't give it enough legs.
See if Michael can pick one up here.
Well done. Hey, if Kevin had made that, he would have started to run away with it.
Yeah, you like to think the back nine's a little bit easier out here, so 3 strokes going into hole 12, you gotta be feeling good.
You have to earn every birdie back here still. That's what makes this course so special. Alright. Hole 12, par 3. You have every option you want on here. The only thing you have to miss is that tree on the left side of the fairway up there. So you'll see that same flip-up forehand shot or an understable backhand with a distance driver or a fairway driver. A lot of options. If you go long, you may end up OB. One contender out here is the wind. This is the first part of the course that the wind really starts to come into play. So if you haven't been used to putting in the wind all day, you're going to have a new experience out here on the green.
Yeah, it's a bummer too because it comes after such a great tee shot, you know.
All right, y'all remember this disc?
Is that hex again?
Yes, sir, it is.
Dude.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
What a monster. Kaufman with the Diamondback. Looks a little low out of his hand.
It's got to be demoralizing knowing your competitor just threw a hex there, you know? Like stepping up and throwing the same shot at it as him.
Yeah, I think I remember Kaufman saying that shot was surgical, and it absolutely was.
Throwing a hex 330 on a forehand is ridiculous.
John's going to be up there for a little bit of a look. He's probably circle 3. And Farrugia getting it up there with the forehand
Wow.
as well. That'll be a putt.
Yeah, I like to see him go forehand there. It's a really tough backhand, so if you're comfortable with the forehand, you can give yourself a look. Another roller from Kaufman.
Homie is throwing a lot of rollers today.
John should get a par from there. Left a little on the bone, but here's Kaufman from the woods. Giving it a run. Oh,
Is
no.
that OB?
Yeah. I forgot
Wow.
that went OB.
That's a huge bummer. Oh, and a good bid.
Yeah, that one really hurts the chances.
That one really took him out of the running there.
He's kind of soaking it in back there.
What? You hate to see it.
Man.
Nice putt from John, saving the par.
Keeping it clean for him.
This dude has not had many bogeys today.
And he's been right there for his birdies, too. It's just, they're not falling for him.
He's just staying in it, though. And Kevin's about to take another one on the card.
I still can't get over that shot with that hex. I am mind blown.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve to take a stroke after something like that, you know?
Wow. Great shot, buddy. Hole 13, par 4. This is one of the tougher par 4s in the back 9. You have a long, straight shot off the tee, and you want your disc to end up fading to the left to set up a forehand or a backhand approach that'll fly down the hill to a basket right on the edge of the creek. A lot of times you'll see players throw a backhand off the first shot and then forehand off the second shot. A lot of times the miss is going to be right around here, right in the woods, blocking off that second shot from seeing the basket.
Yeah, you really just want to end up around here. Best case scenario. From there, you're going to have a downhill approach shot. You can kind of choose which way you want to take. I think we're going to see a lot of forehands coming down. It just plays the hill better. But sometimes you'll just be caught in a scenario where you have to throw a little backhand at it.
I threw a wraith down here that went OB in the creek, and I have never seen it again.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about that creek back there, and that's another thing to contend with the hole.
Kevin's going forehand here. I think he's thinking big. Oh no, early release.
Knocked it down.
Knockdown, cut roller to the right.
Yeah.
No, is there OB over there? I don't think so.
There's no OB, but it's just hard to get to the landing zone. It's almost natural OB. This is the shot.
That's what you want it to look like, for sure. Yeah.
Great shot.
Getting far enough over to the left.
You know, it's just carried straight, flat, and it just finished at the end.
Yeah, if Michael can follow him up, then we'll see some big momentum swings here.
Right over there by Kevin.
Whoa.
I've never seen this before.
So, shout out to Blake on the catch cam here.
Wow.
I think he was expecting this one because he showed Kaufman this shot the day before, or 2 days before, I should say. And Kaufman's got the arm for it, so.
I think I just learned a new way to play this hole.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go check that one out, Jacob.
Yeah. The game next week. You want to hit it? Try it out.
Kevin's got a tight line to get out of the woods here.
Yeah, he was playing with fire there, Trevor.
Yeah.
He got close.
Michael has a blind shot to the basket. He threw the disc with the right angle. He wanted to push straight for as long as possible before finishing.
Yeah, that's looking good.
He seemed happy about it.
This would be huge from Kevin.
Ooh, a little high. Turning, come back.
Really our first mistake from him on the forehand today. And my goodness.
He's almost on the tee pad for the next hole.
That's OB.
He's OB?
That's OB.
Wow.
And that's OB.
Was that that was OB? There's a string line on the right side of the fairway all the way down past the basket. What an amazing drive from John. That's ideal. Go in.
Yeah, and I think when he finds out how many strokes he takes on this hole, it's going to be huge for him.
Boom. That's a putt for birdie right there from about 20, maybe 18 feet. Man, no.
Oh, no.
And Kevin's going to take a big number on this one if he doesn't make that one. Man.
Would have liked to see him make that one from the OB line.
What a putt.
Just typical Kevin fashion, man.
He's deadly from everywhere.
For his third double of the round, and he still has the lead.
Yeah, but well, he'll share with John here. And that's huge for Michael.
That's another big putt.
Yeah, heck of a par putt from Michael right there. I mean, he needed that one.
It's huge. One of the rare birdies on this hole. Took 3 strokes on Kevin right there to tie him up.
He made it look easy. It was textbook.
Yeah. Did exactly what you needed to do.
Stress-free birdie.
Going into hole 14 here, this is one that you really want to get. You know, it's uphill, and then you've got this jail on the left side as you approach the green. So you really want to throw probably a backhand flex shot, starting left to right, and then finishes with a good little fade. What do y'all throw on this one? I'm curious.
Throw a Roadrunner.
Nice.
Yeah, this is going to be a backhand hole, so we'll see how many backhands we see off the tee.
Yeah, with a forehand dominant card. John didn't get over on that one enough.
Yeah, he might have poked through the jail a little bit. Might have something from about 40 feet.
Mustang.
Wow, that's another way to do it. Just have it flip up the whole way, dead straight. Wow. Pushing it long. Okay.
That's a miss you don't see very often. Great shot.
Oh.
We're seeing another forehand from Michael.
I think this is that same Diamondback from earlier.
It is a Diamondback, you're right.
High nose up.
It's not a terrible miss. Backhand out of Kevin.
Probably that hex, just, he knows it wasn't the shot. Still got a smile on his face after taking another double bogey.
Yeah, it takes a lot, man. Whew. And let's see if we can finish that one up and move on to the next.
He should be good for that putt.
Well, it's a little bit of a tester with that bush he just landed in, but... Oh, my goodness.
Even from a straddle, it looks smooth, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks good.
Circle 2.
Let's see if John can put some pressure.
Oh, just barely misses low.
John's been all over the basket this round.
Yeah, man. I don't think he's missed metal yet.
Ooh,
And
that
there's
one's looking
the
good.
first 2-stroke swing in Michael's favor this whole round. He's going to take the lead back from Kevin. And get tied up with John.
Yeah, 2 holes in a row of just disaster, Jacob. Let's see if he can bounce back from it.
Kevin's good for it.
Kevin's got a good attitude, so he definitely can do it if anyone can.
Yeah, and this is another hole that a lot of people can take big numbers on. Hole 15 is a par 4. You have 2 lanes off the tee. You can do a backhand hyzer shot off the right side or a forehand with a flat to hyzer shot off the left side. Ultimately, you want to end up landing right about here and as far forward as possible, giving you as much of an angle to attack this second shot as you want. Your second shot is going to be usually a backhand hyzer, or if you've got it, you can go over the trees with a thumber or a high forehand. And you want your disc to finish with a slight skip towards its protected basket underneath the cedar tree.
Yeah, and you don't want to get up too high when it's windy out here, so it leaves a tough little upshot. Got to keep it low and try and get the skip off this mulch. You just never know what you're going to get.
I don't think I've ever birdied this hole.
This is a tough one. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of this line here. This is really the safe play.
You want to be a little bit more forward on the fairway there.
Yeah, you want to be on that right side. It just opens up the basket more.
John going with that slight flip up, backhand, not too much skip.
He's going to be a bit pinched off for the second shot there.
Yeah, still a little too far left.
Wow, that disc is overstable.
Yeah, and that was juiced.
That's ideal. That's what you want.
Ooh, a little slip off the tee from Kevin there.
This is probably the best set of drives thrown on this hole all weekend.
Has to be up there.
Yeah, shout out to these guys for playing great golf on coverage. I mean, for their first time.
Kevin going back to the well with that backhand. It's got to feel scary after a couple of the ones he's had, but love to see him throwing it. Yeah, John's a little pinched, like you said, Jacob.
Throwing that same disc twice. He'll be short, it's probably 60 feet for his birdie. There's Kaufman. Not going over the top.
I'm surprised we didn't see a roller out of him there either.
Yeah, a roller or an over the top. Me too.
Maybe that mulch is getting to him.
It's to me for sure.
Yeah, it's almost inevitable, especially on this hole.
That's a really good upshot right there.
Yeah, that jump putt was huge.
Seeing the other camera angle, it just kind of showed that that was a pretty impressive shot.
Par is taking strokes on a good chunk of the field here.
Yeah, you wanted that one.
Let's see if John can do it.
It's another rare birdie.
Off
Wow.
the band again.
Third one this round. If you get 13 and 15 in the same round, that's huge.
Pretty good par from Kaufman.
Nice little pickup from Kevin there.
Yeah, also a good par from Kevin.
Is the whole card going to par?
I think this is a par hole. I think this is a par card here.
You know what we like to call that, guys? We like to call that the old barbecue.
Oh, not a party?
Hey, it's a party and a barbecue at the same time.
You know what they serve at the barbecue?
What do they
Margaritas.
Margaritas at the barbecue.
Hole 16, par 4, another tough par 4. Another hole where you have two options off the tee. If you want to get more distance, you can go with the backhand turnover with something that's going to fade to flat or with a little bit of a left fade at the end. Or if you're feeling a safe shot where you can look down the tunnel, you can throw a forehand. You want something that's going to fly straight with fade to the right side. It's pretty tough to go OB on the right, and for this event, we weren't playing the right side OB. The railroad ties on the left and around the basket are marking the OB there. Your second shot is going to be a backhand hyzer, where you want to go to the right side of this tree and have your disc fade down the hill to land softly next to the basket.
Yeah, you want to keep it right off the tee, like Jacob was saying, because those trees do get in the way and make things a little tougher on you.
This hole almost seems like an island off the tee, but it's not.
I think we're going to see a lot of forehands, obviously, off the tee, and these guys have a lot of power, so they're going to have to make sure they don't push it too straight.
Yeah, the miss with the forehand is to turn it over a little bit too much.
The bad miss, yeah. That was a good miss, a little high. He's way over to the right side. His approach should be a little longer, but he's safe.
Yeah, he's a little short. It's going to be a tough birdie from there.
John's throwing, looks like he threw a great shot. That's pretty much right where you want to be.
That's exactly what you want. With John's backhand, he should have no problem getting a birdie from there.
Is that pushing too straight? Looks like it has the height. Yeah. Huge shot.
Thing is smashed. He has so much power.
Huge from Kaufman there. Oh, yeah. That's just a nice, easy Phoenix shot with the backhand from there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how far Kevin pushes this one, too. Ooh, but it looks like he's going to be at that miss that we were talking about.
He's going to be pinched off by this tree right here, getting to the basket.
He made it past that first tree, though, so he's not going to have the worst look.
Right. He still could go backhand, but it's going to be a huge shot from there to go backhand. Michael looking like he's throwing a pretty decent shot here. Ooh, a little
Check
short.
up.
A little
All
short.
right. It's putting for birdie from there.
I mean, that's a great shot, guys.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, from where he was at. Okay, John choosing to go low. Just nice and easy with that same disc he likes throwing.
Yeah, you don't want that putt.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be edge of circle.
It's a bit of a death putt with the raised basket there. See, you said Kaufman was going to throw a backhand earlier, and I was going to ask you if he's throwing a backhand all around. I'm not sure if I've seen it.
Hey, he made the forehand work right there.
Yeah, that was great.
If anyone can do it, it's Kev with that hex.
That's about as good as it gets from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
He's-
smile.
Yeah, he's smiling again. Hopefully he picks up this birdie here. It makes things interesting.
That's a tough putt.
Yeah, honestly, probably a little nervy. It's coming down the stretch. That was probably his worst one of the day so far.
Definitely. I think this is going in, guys.
Oh,
Called it,
Kevin.
and he knew it. He started walking, just kept walking.
This
He's not
guy's a
gonna let-
monster.
Yeah, he's not going to let this one go. He's going to fight.
Kaufman low again.
Yeah, that's kind of been his story all day.
A lot of pressure on Michael on this putt.
Wow. Great birdie.
Dude, just so calm, collected. Looks like he's just not tense at all on the greens. He's just throwing it right in the chains.
Let's hope John can put this one in. And
Oh, no. I was about to say, the card just played holes 15 and 16 at 2 down. That's really impressive, but 1 down is still pretty good.
Yeah, really surprised to see John take a bogey there. We only have 2 holes left. I mean, he's going to have to put some work in, which a lot can happen on 18 and 17, so.
Yeah, these are tough holes. Hole 17 is our island hole. The goal is to land in the island that's surrounded by these railroad ties. You have a backhand or a forehand shot. It's only about 280 feet to the basket, but the island extends about 30 feet in front of it and 30 feet behind it. So just aim for circle 1, land inside, otherwise you're going to a drop zone.
yeah, and it's like you said all day, Jacob, but you have 2 options, a left or a right side, and so I'm interested to see what these guys are going to take.
I think the backhand shot's easier.
I think so too, and Michael agrees with you.
That's looking great.
Yeah, great shot. What was the wind like out there, Trevor?
I believe I want to say it was a headwind. Right to left headwind.
Yeah, and it's sneaky wind out there, and in the middle of the field. It's the only field really on the course, so it just kind of opens up and
Oh,
catches you.
wow.
Skipping over the railroad ties.
That's awesome. Ooh. A little inside there.
Yeah, looking a little early.
Still a great shot.
Fantastic shot.
Everybody hit the island. That's just some lead card stuff right here.
You'd love to see it.
Love to see it.
Yeah, things are getting tense.
All right, Kev's got the tailwind putt here.
Just a bit high.
Yeah, you got to think every putt counts here, and you know you wanted that one.
There's a lot of pressure right there. Almost even more pressure on this one.
Yeah, he's still out.
No way.
Man, you hate to see it in like that. And I don't know if you can come back from that, Jacob.
I don't know.
It just barely leaked over that right edge. I mean, it could have gone either way there. It was not the worst putt in the world.
You really got to feel for the guy, man. It's been up and down for him all day. It's been quite the round.
Yeah.
Michael trying to put the nail in the coffin there.
I mean, when you see that, you gotta capitalize. It's right there for you. You just saw John take a bogey. You just saw Kevin take a bogey. He's chasing that second win.
He's got 2 strokes on John.
Yeah, John not letting up though.
It's going to be close. It's going to come down to the last hole. There's a lot of OB. Great birdie from Kaufman.
Yeah, hole 18 is the great equalizer for sure, and I think that's how it's designed.
Thanks for picking up the CTP, homie.
Yeah,
We
huge shout out
appreciate
to
you.
Kaufman there.
Kaufman helped out all weekend, and that was just huge for us. All right, our last hole of the day, hole 18, par 4. You tee off from OB, and you have to land inbounds. Otherwise, you're going to the drop zone, which is the short tee that we're flying over. Your second shot, you also have OB to contend with. It's in this bubble right here with all of these walls. The goal is to go over it, and then underneath this wall of trees right here, you have a couple ditches right at the entryway to this tunnel of trees that you have to contend with, and your basket is going to be sitting right here in front of these stairs. Tough finishing hole. It's 750 feet, but really plays closer to 800.
Yeah, especially after such a long day out here. It's super hot, it's a big hike, and you got to give it your all on this last hole.
Yeah, OB on this entire left side. Key is just not miss left on this hole.
Yeah. That's missing left,
That right to left is gonna get him.
and that's OB. That's not how you want to start this hole off if you're Michael. 2-stroke lead can get taken away real quick.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem that hard off this camera view, but it's a harder shot than you think. It just gets in your head.
He just opened the door for John
That
and for
is
Kevin,
smashed.
honestly.
That is the biggest forehand I've ever seen on this hole. Wow. That is something else.
I've never seen anyone throw it that far off this tee, with a forehand especially.
And John is
It's a little
looking
nose up.
tight there.
Oh, it's gotta get down. Safe.
All right, he's putting the pressure back on Michael.
Right.
See if Kevin can capitalize.
He threw it just a little bit too
That's
flat.
not coming back into those railroad ties.
Was there a headwind out there?
It's that right to left headwind.
I'm just really surprised to see him throwing a backhand there.
Me too.
Let's see what he can do from the drop zone. He's got the power.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Gets around.
What a lucky break.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can skip up over those railroad ties pretty easily. It's not like a for sure it's stopping you.
Yeah, the card actually didn't know if he was in bounds or not.
I'll put him at -1.
This is big for Michael.
Well, that's low.
Man.
Was that safe?
I mean, that's safe, but if that was any higher, that's OB.
Yeah, that was a fortunate skip.
John's got a huge opportunity here.
Throwing 2.
Oh,
Early
that's
release.
early. It's got to hit and kick right.
It's tough footing there.
You could just see the way he looked at the camera. He knew.
He's still smiling though. I mean, these guys have great attitudes.
Kaufman throwing 2 from the single longest point of forehand off the tee has ever reached on this hole.
Yeah, he decides to go over, and it just kind of stalls out a little bit early.
I mean, it takes a lot of power to get up and down from there. That's a bold move.
This is Michael throwing 4, and he throws it low and into the ground. So unless he makes a heroic putt, the best he can take here is a double bogey.
Double bogey should do it unless Kevin gets,
Well, what he may or may not know right here is we have some contenders from the chase card sitting at 3 down. So if Michael does take a double bogey, he's going to be tying with those guys and pushing it into a playoff. If John makes his putt from here, he's going to join that playoff. Good bid.
So Michael has a putt for the win here.
Michael has a putt for the win.
Do you think John knew what was on the line there? It seemed like he just kind of sent it.
You got to think he's checking scores.
He was very nonchalant after that putt. He didn't seem like he was too upset.
I remember he came off the course afterwards and said, I didn't even need a birdie. Good bid for Kaufman. This for the win? Oh, just a bit short.
He thought he had it, Jacob. It was looking good.
It was looking good out of his hand. That 2-stroke lead It seems a lot bigger until you get into 18.
Right.
It's that last hole, you know, you're just like, get me out of here, man. Get me out of here.
Mm-hmm. It's official. We're going to have a playoff with some new guys from the chase card. Man, bumming for
Okay.
Kevin. Leading almost the entire tournament to finish even. He worked his butt off. Oh, who's that guy?
You boys ready?
Just the guy who made this all possible.
All right, we're gonna do off
So on your right,
scores.
you got Cody Stone. On your left, you got Chris
So,
Reed.
Chris,
And then
the
you
order's gonna
recognize
go
Michael
Chris
in
Reed,
the mid
Cody
hat
Stone,
back there.
and Michael. All right, and the playoff holes are gonna be 10 through 12, and then 16 through 18. It's single elimination. So if you lose the hole, you're out. Sound good? Yeah. Good luck, guys.
There's a bag on the line. There's a bag on the line.
All right, we're back at hole 10. You might remember this one from earlier. It's downhill par 3. And, you know, Michael's all warmed up, but Cody and Chris have been resting for about 30 minutes now, just waiting.
Surely they threw some practice shots on this hole while they were waiting. Oh, that's looking good.
Wow. Chris Reed almost acing
That would have been a
first
way-
play of hole. Is Cody? Early release. Exactly what you don't want.
We're going to blame that one on the camera. Yeah, Michael with a similar miss of he had on hole 10.
Yeah, he was right the first time, a little bit more right this time.
Yeah,
Cody not entirely successful at getting out of there.
Yeah, it's hard to stay positive in the moment, but you know, you still have a chance of throwing it in.
This is a huge upshot for Michael.
Oh, almost skipped in.
Yeah, almost throwing it in from the ditch.
All right, so Michael will take his par, put some pressure on Chris. See if he can end it with a birdie. Just a little right.
Yeah, really tough putt from where he was at. Gave it an ace run. Went really long.
I don't know what I would have done if he had hit that ace to finish it. That would have been so cool.
That's the dilemma we have here, folks. Is it still part of the A spot?
Yeah, it's totally part of the ace spot.
You gotta give it to him. He earned those extra holes.
Absolutely.
And on to the next one we go.
All right,
On to the par 4.
Cody took a bogey, so Cody's knocked out. So back to hole 11, par 4. We saw our players struggle with this one earlier. So again, we'll probably see a couple of forehands off the tee, and then just, I don't know, as players delight up here, forehand, backhand, figure it out from there. This is a great playoff hole. It'll be tough if they, it'll be really cool to see them make it past this one.
Yeah, you got to think this is the one they're going to end it on.
Yeah, do you think a par gets this or a birdie gets this?
Par.
Par wins it? You never know. You never know on this one. That's looking great.
That's a great shot.
Good skip. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do it there.
He fixed his mistake from earlier. Really nailed it the second time. There's Chris. Also a guy with a great forehand.
Yeah, his forehand's looking great.
Yeah, that was smooth.
Wow. Just as good.
Maybe the birdie's taking it, boys.
Yeah, Chris has options from here. Chooses to go outside. Big hyzer.
Oh, that looks a little wide.
Yeah, he's having to rely on the
Oh,
skip.
huge skip.
Oh.
Catches a skinny tree.
Love his circle 2 putt from there.
Well, you got to think he was going to be 20 feet. Right?
He was going to be circle's edge for sure.
All right, Michael, let's see what you got.
Going forehand.
Get stable.
Flexing it through that gap. Oh, is it? Oh, and it slides past. Wow. That is within almost 20 feet.
15-20 for the win. Circle 2 for Chris.
Chris needs to put this in.
Knows it right out of his hand.
Not the worst bid, though. I liked it.
No, it's close enough to put pressure on Michael. He's going to make this one.
Yeah. for the Texas Am Series finale.
Oh, great putt, Michael.
Saw a little bit of nerves from him there. Deep breath, but he knocked it in. And huge congratulations to him.
Picks up
Second
his
career win
opponent's
right
putt.
there. Wins a bag, wins a mint sponsorship. It's in that box right
The
there.
winner of the first ever Texas Am Series finale and the sponsorship to Mint Disc, Mr. Michael Farrugia.
Sorry, I said your last name wrong there.
It's very wholesome, though.
Speech, go ahead.
Just thanks to Goose for putting this on. Fantastic tournament. Thank you all.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. It was a great series, a year-long series led up to this point. Way to take it down, Michael. Congrats, man.
Cool. Well, thanks for sticking with us all year and for the last hour and a half or so of your life. These are the awesome payouts that we had with 2,900 added merch to our finale. And it was a great time. Catch you guys next year.
Thank you, everybody.